Christ doesn't teach us what to think, but how to think. And I think decision making in life is being Christ centered will help the decision making process. If I'm thinking about how to think about a situation, a scenario, a problem, a tough situation, I think that is really key. Born and raised in Sandpoint, grew up here, went off to college in Oregon, and moved back shortly after. We went to Sunday school when I was a kid. I remember we didn't go to church. We didn't really talk about Jesus. We were, I think all the principles and values were there. Definitely had a good upbringing. Parents did a great job teaching work ethic, teaching the difference between right and wrong. But I think I was always curious, like, where those values came from. For me, it was trying to find something bigger than myself, and starting to realize there's more to life than just a busy job or a busy career and family and activities and all that, and searching for that higher calling or I guess place of guidance in your life. We started coming to Cedar Hills, me and my wife. I would say starting with some of the volunteer programs that I knew were helping people and not being afraid to do that. And then one right now is being involved in a group, which is great because you can get the perspective of other people who are maybe further along in their journey, that you can look up to and see how they interpret the Bible and Jesus' teachings in a different way. A lot of people have maybe an aha moment or a spiritual moment. And for me personally, it's been more of like a marathon, like not a sprint, that Christ transforms you over time. Kind of feel like that's how my spiritual journey's going, is like it's more of it's a process. And part of me wishes I would have got started a lot earlier in that process. If I don't continue to pursue Jesus, then I feel like I won't have the growth. So I feel like it's important in order to have that growth, to continue to pursue Jesus and continue to learn from the principles that he teaches. I think what's changed is the sense of community now that I've felt at Cedar Hills. Whereas before we would just kind of go. It was just, you go, we're just gonna, me and my wife would just go. But were we really taking those next steps to engage with other people, to engage in studying the Bible, to engage in, volunteering and helping our community? Where now, I think we're looking for those things. We're searching out those things, because if you're not doing those things, then kind of what's the point, right? I would say before God, maybe a little self-centered, focused on self more, not willing to put myself in uncomfortable positions or spots, lower self-esteem. I would say maybe not the greatest work ethic. I would say after those things I mentioned were all improved upon, I would say after would be you know, trying to get comfortable with uncomfortable situations, like talking to the camera. Focused on others more, and focused on God, and also, you know, being at peace with things that in the world that you know you can't change, and realizing, you know, through, you know, lessons that we've learned, you can, you know, look at that through the lens of Jesus.